This is Daryl for Tuesday, the 18th of July 2017. This is the DE Asset Management Monthly Report. So today, we want to do two things. We want to first discuss a change in the company, and then we would have the regular monthly market report. So first, let's talk about the change in the company. So in March of this year, we announced that we will be sponsored by a company called Monarch Wealth in order to pursue registration. So they would be sponsoring us in our registration through Securities Commission. We would like to notice a change. So the change is DE Asset Management this year will be registered as a private equity company solely by itself. So we would not be sponsored by another company in this registration. So it is not because of any issue or anything with Monarch Wealth. That's actually far from the truth. We are actually in very good talks and friendship with each other. We might actually later on consider sponsorship in setting up of an investment advisory company at a later point next year, right? But with this private equity company, we would be registered as a standalone company, DE Asset Management. Okay, so that's the change we'd like to discuss first. So now let's talk about the monthly report on the market. So as I said, today is Tuesday, July the 18th. So what did we see today? Well, the markets were mixed today, but it was mostly positive. I'll explain further as we go. So what is our catalyst, and what was the main catalyst for positivity today? It was actually oil. Oil prices rose today, and it was because Saudi Arabia exports fell. And that is positivity because we have had, we've been talking about it for years now, about the oversupply in the market, oversupply of oil. And so when Saudi Arabia's exports fell, what happened is the oversupply, some of it was used up, which is very good news. And it was well received by the markets, so much so that oil prices rose today. We had US light crude settled today up 38 cents to $46.40 a barrel. So the Saudi Arabians' exports in May fell 6.924 million barrels per day. And that is from the 7.006 million per day that it did in April. So it was a very distinct change, a very big decrease in oil production, which was a very good signal to the market. So if you remember, Saudi Arabia with OPEC, but they are part of OPEC, the main members in OPEC, they said that they will decrease their production of oil, exportation of oil, in order to really get rid of that oversupply. And they would be the leaders in doing it. And they actually stuck to this word. And it's a very positive sign for the oil markets, right? That was a very good news. So looking at the markets then, what did we see today? So the Dow Jones closed down today, 54.99 points to 21,574.73. We had the S&P 500 closed up 1.47 points to 460.61. We had the Nasdaq close up as well, 29.87 points to 6344.31. So the only laggard today was the Dow Jones. So considering that was actually good news. So what are we seeing now with the markets since our last video? Well, in the last video we spoke about the erosion of the Trump trade, which is basically since Donald Trump came into office in late last year, 2016, to early this year, 2017, there was that massive increase in the markets. We broke a number of records, right? We had the Dow going over 20,000, right? We had the S&P breaking records, Nasdaq breaking records, right? And it was all based on the fact that there was going to be a great $3 billion or more infrastructure spending in the US. And so it was real good positive sentiment in the market. But what we have seen now is that since there have been failures in the administration to really implement these different legislations, that it has really created an erosion in that trade, and the market has been taking back some of these gains. The last one that we have had was today, with the failure of the repeal of the Obamacare to pass the House of Senate. So they were not able to get enough votes, and so the bill crashed. And so that is it for the repealing of the Obamacare. So what we are seeing going forward, this is what the markets will have to do going forward. The markets now will have to look at another source for their positive sentiment. Because as I said before, the markets have been running before on the Obama trade. Something else has to be now the focus. Another market participant has to step up and create positive sentiment. Today was a very good sign, right? Today oil took the focus of the markets, and so oil was the main driver for the markets, right? And therefore the markets mostly positive. It's only the Dow was down, right? So could we see that going forward? Could we see that positivity continuing? Another market participant taking over? Well, we hope it could, right? We hope it could continue, all right? So please follow us. Please continue looking at our videos. Next month we will have another video in August, okay? Thank you again, and have a good day.